So I'm starting to think now about how to go about getting this new neck into this body without things going wrong. And one of the main things that could go wrong, well, there are two things that could go wrong. I could have the neck pointing the wrong way, or I can have the neck sitting too far in or too far out, more likely too far in. And to avoid the latter problem, I've drawn some reference lines on some masking tape on the guitar body so that I know where the first few of the top frets should be sitting. And I will make similar reference lines on the template that I build for the neck pocket for this neck so that I can line things up before I do any routing. Okay, so you saw me just filing the template to shape, and now I have a nice tight fit. Maybe a little too tight. I might loosen it a little bit. Oh, yeah, I will file away a little bit more because this MDF probably has a bit more give than the hardwood that the body is made from. I'll do that. Alright, I've got a nice tight but not ridiculously tight fitting template now, and on the template I've just marked where the frets fall, the first few frets, so that I can line up those lines on the template with those lines on the tape, which is where the frets are supposed to fall in the body in order to preserve the correct intonation. Right, it's tricky to show you this effectively with one hand. I've got the template for the neck that I made sitting on top of the guitar body, loosely clamped down so that it's being held on, a little bit tightly, but I can still move it if I need to. And I've lined up the lines on the template with the lines on the tape on the guitar body. It wouldn't actually matter if they were like 1 or 2 millimeters off one way or the other, because there's more than a couple of millimeters of adjustment at the bridge with those saddles, but they're not. They're pretty much dead on, I think. And now to make sure that the neck is pointing the right way, I've got a couple of relatively straight edges. One of them's a ruler which flexes a little, but they seem to be hitting the... Now, just trust me, it's difficult to show you just now, but they seem to be hitting the bridge at about the same way so that the bridge is right between them. So everything looks right. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten up those clamps on the template and do the routing. Nervous. Now I'm just going to get a smaller bit to route out the corners. Okay, now even the smaller bit didn't quite do it because the corners on the neck are quite square. So in the end, it was a chisel to the rescue, cutting down into those corners and making them pretty sharp. That seems to have worked okay. But the test. I mean, look at that. Before you come any closer and have a look, I just want to now check that the alignment of the neck still looks good. And it does. It looks great. I mean, this was, I don't know, for me anyway, a fairly significant procedure. So it's nice that it has worked out so well. And it's a nicer looking neck. It doesn't have the skulls. The skulls, I admit, were quite cool. But that is a nice looking neck, isn't it? It's a good fit, maybe an even better fit than before. I will just have to check that this will now fit. It might actually bump into the neck a little bit. If it does, that's okay. I can put this back on the template and adjust the shape of the template slightly and make this ever so slightly smaller. Yeah, I can see I'm going to have to cut away a bit there, which is fine. I expected I might have to. Yes, so I'll do that now. I did not show you the routing of those edges, the rerouting, I should say, of those edges on the scratch plate, but that went according to plan. That is perfect. And did I mention this earlier, but see how that damage that was there is now gone. This guitar has been improved by this mishap. You know, I think I might actually end this video now, because in the next video, what I'll do is, well, I'll do the neck carve, but I won't dwell on that. You've seen me carve necks. I'll carve this neck, and I'll do the fretting. I'll do like a montage where I'll skip over those things so you'll just see that I've done them. And then I will finish the neck and do another demo, and that'll probably be it. So one more video after this one, probably. But it will be a while off because I've still got to get that bit to make the plug for the back. So we'll get there.